My name is Alan Chan, SBI 2018 for Santa Clara, California, Miller Center. I'm the CEO for beehives, and then we have a picture of a gentleman that is harvesting, from a low quality productive beehive, and then we have on the other side depicting 75 kilos of the double deck beehive. Our business model is about engaging rural producers to be able to produce honey through the exam hives that we give them, and then that creates an output capacity for them to 70 kilos beehive, 25 kilos beehive, and ultimately the impact is noted in two countries, Zambia and DRC. The rest that product we also have an opportunity to create hundreds of jobs across the value chain. It prevents deforestation, creates sustainable forest use, and acts as an active fence for wild animals attacking villages that are living closer to national parks. Elephants, lions, hyenas, giraffes do not like bees. We've come to learn. The next slide talks about the honey value chain, and the honey value chain we're referring to here is our model. We have the ZAM hive on the left, and then it shows you the inside as to how the honey is appears, and then it is processed, as you can see in the second slot, with the type of packaging. Then we have distributors, retailers, export market, and eventually consumers. At the bottom, we have the ZAM hive value chain, starting from where we acquire the raw materials for building the ZAM hive, the people who we outsource the ZAM hive to produce and assemble it. Then we have the outgrower department for the ZAM hive, and the outgrower department for the ZAM hive allows us to create avenues for distributing it in our centers. And we also have people that can afford in the red slot there, who can afford, and then we have the export market in red. So as a result of the GSPI opportunity for mentorship, we've been able to now develop a model for exporting our ZamHive into markets such as the ones we've been able to identify so far, Mozambique and Nigeria. This picture depicts a woman very dedicated with a child at the back, undergoing training in one of the sites where we have women contributing significantly to the productivity aspect of our honey. This depicts the areas which we operate from. This area is one of the training sites also. These women and part of the youths are given an opportunity to identify how to place the beehives and being able to understand the eventual benefits of keeping the forest intact. 50% of our enlisted landowners are women. 40% of our outgrowers in the rural area are women. 80% of the total value chain actors are actually under 35 years old. That's a very youthful population indeed. Our export opportunities exist, and the following are the export opportunities that we have. We have Europe, we have China, we have markets that we've secured in Africa, such as Botswana with 10 tons, Egypt with 50 tons, Kenya with 20 tons, and South Africa with 50 tons respectively. These are the opportunities for which money, and the return on investment creates opportunities to understand how we generate that money. Here we have market value highlights that gives you the opportunity to be able to see how we generate that money going forward, looking at the total market value in some of the selected markets. For example, we have Africa, we have the Chinese market at 1.8 billion, we have Germany at 750 million US dollars, we have Europe at 2.8 billion, and we also have Germany, dominating the European market there, as you can see. Then we have other, products for which we are seeking to enter. That is the cosmetic market at 532 billion. We have the candy market at 187 billion. On the right-hand side, you have a picture that depicts one of our distributors that we've been able to identify in China, in Shanghai. They're called Shanghai Import and Export International Company. And then you have a slot there that talks about how much we can sell in the Zambian market, which is 60 tons of honey per year. The next slide talks about our business model, which is built on the outgrower scheme, for which we create these avenues of growth. And then these avenues of growth is through partnership with rural communities to be able to build capacity for both local and export, market respectively. The ZamHive is distributed in the following ways stated in the slide, and ultimately the proceeds from the exports as a result of increased ZamHive distribution is reinvested back in the business, and productivity is enhanced, and those that are able to participate, with the passion that eventually shows in terms of productivity, we give them more beehives as an incentive. And we also have an incentive which we call value matching payment, which allows them to be able to derive other benefits other than cash. They can combine it with let's say solar system and so on. This has created a buffer zone of productivity and guaranteed loyalty for our rural outgrowers. Our competitive advantage still starts with our honey outgrowers, who are very dedicated producers, and we reward them handsomely to be able to keep them, to produce very high quality honey, which we do, export into the European market, Egypt, South Africa, and soon China. And then we also have an innovative product outlay that we're working on in the pipeline, where we'll be producing sweets from honey, and these will be candy, lozenges, as well as lollipops. And then we also hope to be producing honeyman sweet cubes that will be used for coffee and tea for various purposes, such as restaurants, and even commercial airlines. So we're thinking far into the future, and these are very big opportunities for growth, as we know that 187 billion US dollars is a candy market at the moment, and growing, because the population of young people, is also growing. And then we also have an opportunity to give or offer our customers, an opportunity to have honey which is well labeled according to production sources, because we have multiple sources because our business is scalable. We can take it anywhere, wherever there are forests, we'll be able to produce it. Our friends only have one source of productivity, honey, in terms of Zambia, and many other places. They're very restricted in terms of where they can get the honey. We've decided that we can go beyond that. We can go to many other places. So far, we're doing 2 countries, Southern DRC and 4 provinces of Zambia. That guarantees reliability, because we have multiple sources of production. So therefore, we don't run out of honey. What we guarantee is what we supply. Apart from other competitive advantage noted, so far, we also have these particular products. We have on the right, we have the upcoming, pineapple, small mango, and big mango. Then in between, we have, the wax-based products. We have lip balm. We have the lotion. We have the scented and unscented candles for various purposes, such as restaurants, churches, etc. And then we have the bulk honey, that we take in 350 grams, kg drums, and then we have the 500 grams, 500 gram bottles, as well as squeezer bottles, and indeed the Sweet Harvest sweets. And then here we have the competition. We have Zambia, 3 main competitors, and we have in the external market, we have China, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, and New Zealand. Among all these, the only country that probably might give us a bit of competition is China, but our competition and can't really be a worrisome approach, because we have very impressive competitive advantages. One of them is that we have forest honey, very unique taste, and indeed we classify our honey by regions, so our value chain is quite compact. We also have a traceable, built-in approach that anyone can follow to build the customer confidence, which most of our competitors may not have. And then secondly, we have the outgrower scheme. The outgrower scheme creates capacity for growth and scalability beyond Zambia. So far we're in 2 countries, Zambia and the DRC. Our competitors do not have that opportunity. And then we also have our beehive. In other words, we've been able to address the bottleneck of productivity that exists in those rural areas, and indeed the primary sources of production or areas of production. So we're quite robust. And then we also have innovative products such as honey sweets, lollipops, candy, and lozenges. And then we also have wax-based products. These are our financials. We are looking to grow exponentially with an increase in capital injection. We are hoping to hit 8.1 million US dollars by 2021, and our growth potential is huge, as the highlights depict. So in this case, Dytech Limited is seeking to raise 350,000 US dollars in order to address the expansion opportunities that exist. One of them is to be able to exploit the European market, exploit the Chinese market, and exploit the US and the African markets respectively. So in this regard, to address those particular productivity and expansion plans, we need to set aside this kind of money to be able to address expansion into the growth scheme by building 100,000 beehives, SAM hives in this case, and then bring in the high capacity processing units, high capacity wax machines, storage tanks, 5 of them, that creates storage capacity to increase up to 100 tons. And then we also hope to increase the number of rural producers to 20,000 by 2021, allowing us to produce honey in excess of 3,000 metric tons, with the earning potential of 8.1 million US dollars by 2021. And then this is the management team led by myself as an engineer. And then we have Davis Kamanda, we have Praise Muyanga, we have Daisy Kambandu, we have Mr. Malenga, and this management spearheads only, and we're willing to learn and improve on many areas that are needed for this company to grow even better. And these are the awards that I've been able to win, such as the Nyamuka Zambia Business Plan competition. As you can see, I was being handed out a check. So we've been very prudent about growth, and we're willing to partner with anybody through equity financing, debt financing, and grant financing. So we are hopeful that people find it interesting to be able to partner with us, so that we're able to improve their rural livelihoods, bringing in more income, impact them to take their children to school by having them to have more disposable income, sparing the forest, so that the future generations will find the forest of my great-great-grandfather many years ago. In this regard, our raising capital is an expansion approach to be able to improve our operations and scale beyond the confines of my country, Zambia. This has been Alan Chanda presenting this GSPI pitch program. Thank you.